starting a business or growing a business can be tough, and having a partner can make a life, a lot easier. But how do you find the right partner?
Betty Polk and Maggie Ellis-Chodas are the authors of Power Through Partnership, How Women Lead Better Together, and they are here with great tips for women starting a partnership. Nice to have you here, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how did you two become partners?
Well, we've been friends since 10th grade. We grew up in Charlotte, and we were working on an English project, in English class in high school, and that was the beginning of our partnership. From that point, we always talked about working together for real one day, and about
our careers took us in different paths and different directions. Maggie's in education, I'm in organization development,
and then about 2003, we decided, what are we waiting for? Let's put our passion together, and
it worked.
And we created a consulting business.
It keeps on working.
Okay, so you say there are 5 ways to get this all together.
Yeah.
Unpack the baggage you carry is how you start, right?
So the first step is to look at yourself, right? To look at what you want out of a partnership, to look at what your expectations are, what the assumptions are that can get in your way about your own self and about the person you might be working with, about what you might want to be doing, and getting really clear about what it is you want from this partnership and what you want from this entity. So that's essential.
Okay.
Know thyself.
Know thyself.
All right, know yourself, and then search for 3 traits in a partner.
Right. We interviewed Margaret Heffernan, who is one of the leading business writers, and she said, if you're the same, then one of you doesn't need to be there. So we really encourage partners to look for complementary skills, talents, and interests, and then also to think about what their shared values are, to make sure that the values are in sync, and then finally they have to like each other. They don't have to,
you gotta like each other.
You don't have to be best friends, but you have to like each other
to make it work. Okay, and what about overlooking? You say not to overlook potential partners that could be right there.
Right, and we went into this thinking that you have to be best friends because we were good friends, right? And over time we interviewed 125 very different women who all said the refrain was very similar, that this was a way of work that was really working for them. Some of them were best friends to start with, some of them were match mates, some of them were had a mutual friend who said, why don't you all think about working together? Some of them were competitors who came together to corner the market. So very different places, sisters, mothers, daughters, friends, strangers.
Lots of different places. Okay, you say eliminate the phrase perfect partner from your vocabulary.
Yes. Yeah, women, sometimes we put this mantle of perfection on us, and we think that it has to be perfect before we will actually dive in to make something work, or we've got to get all these other things in order before we can make something work. Well, we're here to tell you there's no time like the present. Once you find that what your passion is, find who your partner might be, we really encourage women to dive in and not hold themselves back from waiting till everything is perfect before they get started.
Okay, and then finally you say don't get lost in the what ifs.
We are all so good about getting caught up in a trap of what if. What if this happens? What if this happens? What if? But what if? The truth is, we've seen many of us have seen partnerships blow up, and media, that gets caught in the media, and that's a big story sometimes. But thinking through things to start out is a good strategy, and moving forward and saying we can do this together with all those other pieces taken care of
makes it happen.
Prevents those what ifs from being a trap.
Okay. The book is called Power Through Partnership, How Women Lead Better Together.
Thank
Ladies,
you both
thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.